What if love was never about the lover, but about something far greater? What if losing yourself in love was the only way to find the divine? In Laila Majnu, Sajid Ali and Imtiaz Ali don't just tell a love story, they unveil a spiritual journey, a descent into madness that reveals the deepest truth. There is no lover, no beloved, only love itself. This is not just poetry, this is non duality in motion. While never officially marketed as one, but I see Laila Majnu as practically a spiritual sequel to Imtiaz Ali's Rockstar. And I'll tell you why before the end of the video, so hang on. But before that, let me tell you why Laila Majnu, the movie, is not another tragic love story, and rather a spiritual exploration of one's deepest self. Non duality, or Advait in Sanskrit, is the idea that there is no separation between the self and the universe, between the lover and the beloved, between the worshipper and God. It is the understanding that all divisions between you and me, between light and dark, between existence and non existence, are illusions created by the mind. In Advait Vedant, this is captured by the phrase Tat Tvam Asi, you are that. In Kashmir Shaivism, the entire universe is seen as a manifestation of Shiva's divine consciousness. In Sufism, this same realization appears in the idea of fana, where the self dissolves into divine love. Laila Majnu is not just a love story, it is an allegory for the mystical truth. It's the burning away of duality, the realization that there is no difference between Laila and God. The film's philosophical core is perhaps best captured in the haunting song Hafiz Hafiz.
हाफिज हाफिज हो गया हाफिज 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 हो गया हाफिज काफिर काफिर बन गया काफिर 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 बन गया काफिर हाफिज
The song is a paradox. The term Hafiz refers to one who has memorized the Quran, a man of faith, while Kafir is the one considered an infidel, a non believer. How can one be both? But this is the essence of non duality, the transcendence of labels. Majnu, lost in his love for Laila, sees no distinction between the sacred and the profane. He is the Hafiz and the Kafir, the believer and the heretic. For in his madness, all binaries collapse. In claiming both identities simultaneously, Majnu embodies the non dual perspective where apparent opposites coexist in perfect harmony. Just as the Sufi mystics would proclaim Ana al Haq, I am the truth, inviting persecution, Majnu too declares himself both inside and outside faith. Because when love consumes you, who remains to believe or disbelieve? The song opens with the Kashmiri hymn Hukkus Bukkus, a poem attributed to Laleshwari, the great Shaivite poet. Who are you? Who am I? And who is that? The repetition of this inquiry is a direct reference to the central tenet of Kashmir Shaivism and also Advait Vedant.
Kus kus deli manchukus mohabbatum logum de shwas kich kich maang mein brahmandaras poyum chukum tekis teka benyu.
The seeker and the sought are not two different beings. And herein lies the beauty of Laila Majnu. It does not confine itself to one spiritual tradition. The hymn of Laleshwari merges seamlessly with Sufi philosophy, which echoes the same truth. Nothing exists but God.
मैं असल में तू हूँ तेरी नकल नहीं तेरी नकल नहीं तेरी नकल नहीं तेरी नकल नहीं
Set in modern day Kashmir, The film's maker, along with the lyricists Irshad Kamil, Mahmood Gami, and Muhammad Muneem, do a wonderful job in capturing the spirituality of Islam and Hinduism. In this song, they find themselves dissolving into the same ocean of non duality. Imtiaz Ali has long explored the theme of love as a vehicle for divine realization. In Rockstar, Jordan's pain is the crucible in which his soul is purified. In Harry Met Sejal, the wanderer's search for love is at its core a search for home. But in Laila Majnu, this theme reaches its peak. Majnu's journey echoes Rumi's poetry, where longing for the beloved is actually longing for the god. His madness isn't insanity, it's fana, annihilation of the self in divine love. You can compare this to the Sufi concept of losing oneself in devotion as seen in Rumi's Mathnavi, where separation is only an illusion. When Majnu begins to see no difference between Layla and La Illah, we witness one of the film's most profound philosophical statements.
ये लैला है पर वो कौन है क्या वो लैला नहीं है मुझ में तुझ में हर जगह बस एक ही नाम लाइला 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 Laila, Laila.
The Islamic declaration, La ilaha illallah, takes on a deeper, more mystical meaning in Sufi interpretation. Rather than simply asserting monotheism, which says that there is no God but Allah, it is reinterpreted in the Sufi school of thought. It means there is no God but God, which is a striking parallel to the Advaita Vedanta concept of Brahman. There is nothing but God. There is no separate self, no lover and beloved, no two beings at all, only the infinite divine playing in different forms. This is the confluence, the Sangam, where Sufism meets with Advaita Vedanta and Kashmiri Shaivism. This idea is further reinforced in one of the movie's most profound moments.
मुझे सुनना ही नहीं है नहीं 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 ठीक मैं नहीं सुनने वाला तेरी बात सुन के देख लिया मैंने क्या हुआ ठीक है अब से जो करूंगा ना मैं करूंगा अब सारे डिसीजन मेरे होंगे बस मेरी बात सुन ले यार लड़ना बंद कर यार डिसाइड कर अस्तगफिरुल्लाह हमारी नमाज खराब कर दी हमारे सामने आके खड़ा हो गया दिखता नहीं हम नमाज में थे अरे पागल हो गया तू पागल हो गया तू
अरे चाचा पागल है हुलिया देखिए ना इसका शक्ल से मजनू लगता जाने दीजिए इसको
जाओ
जाओ जाओ भाई
ला हवल वला कुव्वत सारी नमाज बिगाड़ दी कम वक्त ने चलिए सफेद दुरुस्त कीजिए नमाज नए सिरे से होगी मुझे क्यों मारा
अरे बेशरम अरे खुदा का खौफ कर दबाव जाए यहाँ से
मुझे क्यों मारा तू यहाँ से जाता है ना दो जख्म में जाएगा मुझे क्यों मारा
दबाव जाए यहाँ से
मैंने क्या किया मुझे मारा हाँ माना कि मैं अपने माशूक से बात कर रहा था तू चुप रहे मैं बात कर रहा हूँ इनसे मैं माना कि मैं अपने माशूक से बात कर रहा था मैं नहीं देख पाया मैं खोया हुआ था मैं नहीं देख पाया आप लोगों को लेकिन आपने तो अपने माशूक से बात करी थी आपने मुझे कैसे देख लिया मैंने तो कुछ नहीं कहा क्या बकवास करता है क्या बकवास कर रहा था निकल निकल दबाओ जैसे कैसे देख लिया मुझे हाँ नहीं नहीं मुझे तुम लोग कैसे चलो चलो जरूरत ही नहीं है तुम्हारी
This is the heart of Sufism. The lover and the worshipper are the same. To long for the divine is the same as longing for the beloved. In the eyes of the mystic, there is no difference between Majnu's madness and the devotee's prayer. Every act of love is a form of worship. Subsequently, when Layla and Majnu die and reunite in the afterlife, it is not an ending but a merging, akin to Shiva and Shakti becoming one. the portrayal of their ultimate union, mirrors the divine union of Shiv and Parvati. This cosmic joining represents the dissolution of duality itself. Male and female, lover and beloved, human and divine all merge into one. The fact that this union happens beyond the physical realm emphasizes its spiritual nature, suggesting that true love transcends earthly limitations. In tantric traditions, love is not about possession or longing but about dissolution. The lover and the beloved must vanish so that only love remains. This is why the greatest love stories in Sufi and Hindu traditions often end in tragedy, not because of a fault in their stars or because their love is doomed, but because it must break the self to reveal the infinite. I have spoken more about Kashmir Shaivism and the tragic love stories in Hindu traditions in my video Hinduism Iceberg, so feel free to check that out. Another important theme in the movie, which is not related to non duality but is deeply relatable for every one of us, is the art of waiting. Majnu's suffering is the suffering of all spiritual seekers. He waits and then he waits. But the day of fulfillment never comes. The moment of perfect joy, of complete unity, always seems just beyond reach. And so he does what only the mad and the mystics do. He stops waiting and creates his own reality.
इंतजार, लंबा इंतजार, बस थोड़ा और इंतजार.
प्रॉब्लम ये नहीं है जैद कि मैं बात करता हूं, क्या बात करता हूं, किससे बात करता हूं. प्रॉब्लम ये है ना कि पिछले 4 साल से मैं बस इंतजार कर रहा हूं कि एक वक्त आएगा जब सब ठीक हो जाएगा, मैं खुश हो जाऊंगा. पर अब मैं जो कर रहा हूं ना, जिस भी तरीके से यहां पहुंचू, खुश हूं. आज अच्छा है ना, इंतजार नहीं. हाँ,
This is Maya, the illusion of the world, but it is also Leela, the divine play. Like Krishna weaving his cosmic game, Majnu spins his own reality, where Laila is always with him. This is the Sufi notion of being lost in divine contemplation. This is the paradox of devotion. When you let go of your desires, you realize they were already fulfilled. Shiva's mount, Nandi, the bull, is the ultimate symbol of waiting. He stands outside Shiva's temple forever patient, forever yearning. But does he suffer? Or has he, in his waiting, already reached his destination? And thus, Majnu's waiting becomes a form of worship. And I had told you at the beginning of the video that Laila Majnu is a spiritual sequel to Rockstar. You see, both protagonists, Jordan and Majnu, undergo extreme suffering and find that love is a path to something beyond the physical. A lover who is crazy in love while seeking their object of affection is, in fact, seeking God realization. In both films, longing for the beloved is actually a longing for the divine. And not just Rockstar, this theme of God realization through love is also seen in the cult classic Guide. Like Majnu, Raju in Guide transitions from selfish love to a divine, selfless love. His love for Rosie transforms into devotion to the people, and through suffering and waiting, he attains spiritual enlightenment. Both Laila Majnu and Guide explore transcendence through suffering and surrender. I have talked more about the movie Guide at length in my video. You can check it out in a minute. What makes Laila Majnu truly remarkable is how it weaves together these various philosophical threads without diminishing any of them. The film reminds us that at their cores, these traditions of Shaivism and Sufism speak of the same truth, the fundamental unity of all existence, and love as the force that reveals this unity. The film thus becomes more than a love story. It's a meditation on non dualism itself, showing how love, when taken to its ultimate conclusion, dissolves all boundaries. It is a mirror reflecting the deepest spiritual truths. Love, madness, devotion, they all dissolve the ego. And when the ego dissolves, what remains? Nothing. And everything. There is no Majnu, no Laila, no lover, no beloved. There is only love. If you have ever loved and lost, if you have ever longed for something beyond this world, if you have ever stood at the edge of sanity and looked beyond, then Laila Majnu is your story too. And perhaps, just perhaps, Majnu's madness is not madness at all. It is enlightenment. If this video resonated with you, consider subscribing to my channel and share your thoughts in the comments. Is love a path to the divine, or is madness a kind of awakening?